it goes. Oh, fuck. I always turn. I got the thing set up. The graphic is like, fades in. And I always cut to one of us too quick because I think it's good for the graphic to fade on the wide shot.
That light is always brighter than usual today.
Well, it's all different because they changed up the lights.
That's what it is. My eyes are out of whack.
I think you're gonna and you look good on camera though. You look better than that corner's ever looked. The original reason that I always said over there is because that was the corner with the worst lighting, and I, as the face of the podcast, I wanted you to have the best lighting.
Yeah. No, my face. Yeah. Give me a shot again.
There you go.
Yeah,
you look good. Mm-hmm. Blemish free.
Mm-hmm. Andy. Lot to talk about. So,
are you really?
No.
Okay.
But
I knew it. Go ahead.
And this is just gonna be a terrible story. But
Jesus Christ.
I got a text.
I just want to say before you start this is one of those episodes that we've had lately where it's gonna be 40 minutes at most. And I have a feeling 35 of those minutes are going to be this. 35 minutes are going to be Matthew prefacing the story. Somehow 45 extra minutes are going to be Matthew telling the story. And then maybe we'll do.
No, I'm not. I'm diving right into it. See, you're just prolonging the story. So, and I bring it up for a reason because we were briefly talking.
This is the preface part. Go ahead.
So, I get a text last night in a group chat with all my friends. I won't tell you who it's from. It just says, it was about 9:30 last night. It just says, this is the entire text. No previous conversation. These files are getting nuts. Anyone else worried about the lock and load? My only time as an adult, I'm worried. This is a text.
Uh-huh.
And everybody's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? And the same guy, so everybody's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? The same guy just replies, you're lucky. And we're like, no, dude, no one knows what you're talking about. And he replies again, prep, it's getting ugly.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So we're like, dude, what are you talking about? Well, one buddy's like, so-and-so speaking a different language right now. And so then another friend responds, what would I be preparing for? Blah, blah, blah. And he replies again, this is the text. Every conspiracy was right. Alex Jones, Kanye, all correct.
Oh, my God.
So instantly the next text comes through. How many drinks have you had tonight? So our one buddy, this is a great text, too. This is ball knowers only, but replies, he's texting a wide receiver number 1 that isn't getting enough targets on week 11, which is
funny.
Yeah. So we're like, dude, can you provide some context? He replies, okay. Just the letters okay. And we're like, dude, all we want to know is what I said this specifically. I'm like, I'm on board. I just need some context, and I'll just start preaching it like it's gospel. He replies, look at the new files. Look at the new files out. It's all insane. And we're like, I don't know. So now we're like, okay, Epstein files? What are you talking about? He just responds, government news. And we're like, dude, what are you talking about? So he replies and says, oh, we're asking for his context. He replies and says, okay, I'm not having this talk. All the conspiracy theories are being proved true. All the nuts, in quotes, celebs are turning out to be right. Okay. No additional context still.
Oh, my God.
No additional context still. So somebody says, so people are like, dude, you got to give us something. Finally, he responds again. This is about 45 minutes later. You don't listen. Just you, letter U, don't listen. And we're like, dude, what the fuck is going on? So he replies again. Somebody finally goes, I think he's been drinking. He replies again. Not tonight. It just seems the nuts celebrities have said right things with all these files. Still no information. Finally he replies, I'm going to bed. Look into it yourself. I thought I had backup, but I'm not going back. And still nobody knows what he's talking about.
That's insane.
So again, people are like, dude, can you give us some information? So finally, he's like, yo, you yelling at us. So finally somebody replies, what did we do? And he responds again, you don't listen. Good night. Okay, I'm alone, I guess. Sorry, boys. Good night. And then that was it. End of conversation. So fast forward to 6 a.m. this morning. We get a text. All right, I had a little bit of bourbon, but I got in a wicked rabbit hole on the Epstein files last night. In my defense, when I drink, I usually watch Star Wars or Lord of the Rings to avoid all political rabbit holes, and now we see why. So I bring all this up to say,
Move your mic back a little bit, I think.
Really?
You just it just sounds like it's, you know what I mean? But I think you're good.
I bring all this up to say, apparently there's some crazy shit going on.
Well, they released They released another 3.5 million Epstein files like yesterday or something. I don't know if that means like 3 million pages or like individual emails or chains or what. But yeah, there's some new product out on the block, if you know what I mean. So
people are going nuts about it.
It's all a distraction. We don't have to get into it.
From the aliens?
No, just from other stuff, you know.
All right, talking politics.
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. You know, it's all distraction from the plastics in our balls.
Yeah, which we do have a lot of plastics in our balls.
Hey, I don't mind one bit.
Yeah, I don't know about all these microplastics.
What are you gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what?
Maybe something. But I feel like, dude, we can save the environment or we can save ourselves, but like we can't do both.
My balls are full of plastic.
And my balls, they got that plastic. Plastic balls ain't for kids no more, 'cause you won't find these plastic balls down at the toy store. Yeah, they're plastic balls running through our veins, and there's microplastics. There you go. Finish the rest. Mad Libs it.
In my name.
In my name. Every time I spell my name, it's call me Mr. Microplastic, 'cause I'm shooting out slime.
Did Dylan have that much of a lisp, or are you adding that in?
Oh, I have a huge, most
Your
of my
Dylan
it's a
has
big
lisp.
lisp. It's a big
Okay.
lisp for my Dylan, without a doubt. Golly, that Epstein's talk. What a way to start. That really threw me off as we both read.
What are you talking
what
about?
else? That really, it just threw
I'm
me
just
off.
getting
That's
started.
talk. Oh my god. Spielberg's got an EGOT.
The fuck is an EGOT?
An EGOT. You don't know what an EGOT is?
No.
It's an Emmy. It's when you win an Emmy, an Oscar, a Grammy, and a Tony. All the big awards. Whoopi Goldberg's got one.
Not at the same time.
No, you don't know. If you ever got it in the same year, that'd be insane. Over the course of your career.
Yeah, it's like, what do they call it when you win all 4 majors in golf?
Yeah, whatever they call that.
They got a name for it. I should know it.
The Tri-Wizard Cup.
The
Grand Wizard Cup?
No.
I guess, I mean, for golf, that's kind of par for the course, if I may. Best airport restaurant to eat? What do you got?
Chili's. Grand Slam.
A Grand Slam.
That's Danny. No, that's Danny's Andy.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because that's kind
best
of
airport
lame.
restaurant to eat in. Chili's. Yeah. There's a diner in the.
It's the PGA. It's the PGA Grill. It's where the players eat.
Where's that at?
It's at. They have them at a couple different airports.
Nah, I disagree.
It's where the players eat.
The players eat at Chili's. The players are fucking on a triple dipper in between.
I don't think so.
During their layover.
A triple dipper.
There's a diner in the Las Vegas airport that also slaps extremely hard. And it's like a real it's a famous diner in Las Vegas, and they threw up a fake one in the airport. But
you've been to Las Vegas more than once, right?
Viva Las Vegas. Yeah, I've been there probably 4 times, maybe.
I've only been there once, and I don't want to go back. Well, I don't want to go back for like... So the first time I went was for a bachelor party, which I'm glad that I've had that experience in my life, because that's always, when you're growing up, that's always the connotation, the connection between the two. The Hangover, right? Especially for us, like that movie was so big for like our age
when
group,
we were gearing up to be like, I can't wait to go on a bachelor party.
Yeah. When we're just like, still drinking like apple juice shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, when we were still doing softcore drugs.
Yeah, softcore.
Only amphetamines.
When we were purely amphetamines before we got into the real stuff. But the thing about Vegas that I would go back for is I'd want to do it my way, which is The one thing I'll tell you about Las Vegas, what?
The Sinatra way.
The Sinatra way. My way
Not
is
bad.
the Sinatra way. Well, if I had the harmonica, it would sound better. But the thing about Las Vegas is that they have world-class spa facilities, and you can get some really good meals there. You can get some pretty shitty ones, too, but you can get some really good meals there. And that's my Las Vegas. My Las Vegas is luxury at the highest level. Because you know me, I'm a man of luxury through and through.
I've never gone to Las Vegas for pure enjoyment. I've
Sure.
always been out there for some type of work and or hockey travel. But yeah, no, I mean, I could see that. The last time I was in Las Vegas, I think I ate at the Yard House every night I was there, which is it's a Chili's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should just start calling all those restaurants Chili's. Because they are, like, I mean, sometimes, like, I don't do this anymore, but I used to be way more anxious traveling. And one of the things I would do to, like, calm myself more is I'd get so anxious about where are we going to eat. And if you see a place that's like a Yard House, like an Applebee's, you're like, that's the safest place that a human can possibly be. And those are all Chili's. We should just call them Chili's. There should be a Chili's app. That's not the Chili's app that they have, but a Chili's app that is like, I want to eat at like a Chili's type place. It's like, here you go. These are all the Chili's places.
See, the way that I like to live my life is if I'm in the city that I live in, if I'm in Western New York, like I will eat. I mean, I could eat at Chili's 7 days a week if I really needed to. But if I'm traveling, I like to experience.
Well,
different
obviously
food
that's
places.
what you want, but I'm being vulnerable, Matthew. I'm being vulnerable with my food decisions here. Come from a place of anxiousness. That's how I was feeling.
So you anxious Chili's.
Anxious.
You correlate those two. Chili's,
Well, I'm
the
saying-
feel, not the restaurant. The Chili's, not as a physical location, but as a spiritual location.
Chili's as a spiritual location. The altar of Chili's. It's the buttered noodles of restaurants. It's the chicken fingers of restaurants, frankly. It's
Chicken
the
crispers.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like the safest place that a person can be is Chili's. Nothing bad ever happens at Chili's.
Dude, I feel like a lot of people get stabbed.
I disagree.
At Chili's.
No, they don't. That's the thing, is you think that they would, but they don't. Because Chili's is a place of harmony. Chili's is hollowed ground, okay? You get a couple of the Chili's margaritas, that's nectar from the gods. That's a sacred
Stab.
place. No, not in my Chili's. That's not for Chili's to say. If that's what the Chili's gods deem needs to happen in that moment, I'm sure there's a reason. Folks, there's so much going on. You've got so much on your plate. Why take up more of your time with little things like having to go to the grocery store, my personal least favorite? I've started getting my groceries delivered, and it has changed everything for me. I am genuinely more happy of a person not having to deal with going through those aisles, people just running into other things with their carts, like people not looking each other in the eye. I really hate the grocery store, and the parking lots, forget about that. The great news is Instacart exists. And you might not know this, but you can get more than just groceries on Instacart. You can also get some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour, boy. But the best part is right now, Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Start taking things off your plate and putting different things on your plate. It's a food delivery joke. It's not really a joke. It was just kind of a thing I said. The point is this. Make your life a little easier with Instacart. Hit the link in this episode description. Get that deal and start using Instacart today. Listen, like I said, you've been working hard. And I think you deserve to treat yourself. And there's no better way to do that than to check out all the great stuff we've got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. We've got more than just clothes. But let me say this. The clothes, they're going to make you look good and make you feel good, okay? This is not some cheap, weird like that Gildan brand, and it fits disgusting. This is like, you're going to want to wear this stuff. It's super comfortable. The t-shirts especially. I'm talking tri-blend material. That's 3 kinds of material. That's Target quality, folks. But we've also got mugs and pint glasses and bucket hats and baseball hats, slides, notebooks, fanny packs, all made to order. So again, get yourself something nice and check it out over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Link is also, of course, going to be in this episode description. Check it out. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. You know, man, the podcast advertising, it feels like it gets bigger every week. Every week I listen to, you know, my regular roster of podcasts, and it's like, Chevy is doing ads on podcasts now. Oh, Nissan's doing ads on podcasts now. Like car companies, but not just them. McDonald's, State Farm, like massive brands that have massive ad budgets that do big commercials on the Super Bowl every year and all this stuff. And it's very cool. I mean, I can't think of anything in my lifetime that has created its own space for advertising in the realm of like television, newspaper, but now podcasts are right there with them, and that's only going to get bigger, and that's really cool. The problem is there's not really any room for smaller or local businesses to get in on the action. At least they haven't yet. But the good news is that's what we're here for, all right? That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising and what it can do for you, hit us up, reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com.
Did I tell the story about the time I went to Chili's on lunch not long ago?
I have no idea.
I don't think I did, and I know that was a dumb question, and you don't like me talking about Chili's, but so the one day I'm going out to lunch at the office with this guy I work with, and we're like, where do we go? And I always say Chili's, kind of as a joke, but there is a Chili's not far from our office. So finally the one day we're like, we're hungry, what do we do? So we go to this Chili's, and we sit down at the bar. We get some bottomless chips and salsa. I get a mango iced tea, and I order a chicken bacon ranch quesadilla, just like any sane human does. Right? We're sitting there, and this kid that I used to play hockey with walks into the Chili's. Like, and again, random location for this Chili's. We're not anywhere, necessarily familiar to home. And I'm like, I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, hey, we're catching up a little bit. And he sits down at the bar next to us. And just, to me, we were the only people that sat down at the bar at Chili's at like noon on this Tuesday that weren't there drinking for a reason. Like I was drinking my iced tea. Mm-hmm. Everybody else at the Chili's bar was like, I have to assume either drinking in celebration or drinking in sorrow.
No one was drinking
in celebration. Yeah, it was mostly sorrow, but I was just trying to throw out. So he comes in and sits down at the bar next to me, and I kind of anticipated him to join the crew. I didn't know if he was a regular at this Chili's bar on a Tuesday or whatever. So we're talking a little bit. Finally, the waitress comes over and is like, hey, can I get you anything? And he's like, yeah, can I just get like a cup of ranch dressing? And the waitress is like, just like a cup of ranch. He's like, yeah, just like a cup of ranch dressing. She's like, okay. So she rings it in, like the computer. And she's like, is that all? And he's like, yeah. She's like, okay, it's going to be like $1.35.
That's insane.
And he's like, okay. Gives her his credit card. She brings him up $1.35 for the ranch dressing. So in between, so now that that's happened, I'm like kind of staring at him like, you can't just walk into a random Chili's and order a cup of ranch dressing and not explain yourself to me because you're talking, because we're talking.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was America.
So he's like, I ordered a salad. It got delivered to where he works down the road, and they forgot his dressing. But my thought was like, dude, there's a Wegmans like 2 minutes past this Chili's. Brother, you could have got a whole bottle.
But what's he going to do with that bottle then? What's he going to do with that bottle?
No. So anyway.
Exactly.
3 or 4 minutes later, waitress comes over with a giant bowl, not bowl, like a soup size,
Sounds like a bowl.
but like a big cup.
Yeah.
You know, a cup of soup.
Yeah.
Like that, like this tall.
Okay.
But cup width,
Got it.
just full
I
of
feel like you're focusing on the wrong details.
just full of ranch dressing.
Yeah.
And he freezes because he's like, this is a great impression of how he did it too. I'm sorry, ma'am. I need that ranch dressing to go. Yeah, and she just like, all right, walks away with the cup of ranch, brings it back in like, you know, a styrofoam container, and he just, hey, great to see you, gets up and just heads out.
Look, I'm going to say that that's on her.
Yeah, because he didn't order any food, but no, the bartender took his order of ranch, though. The waitress is who brought it. So I guess the bartender should have rang it up as ranch to go.
Well,
But
even
most
if it
people
doesn't say to go, you should have it in a potentially to go container.
But it wasn't like a little, you know how like
like
this is a
ranch,
perfect-
that
this
much
is a
ranch should
perfect
never be
example.
put into a bowl and brought
That's
to
what I'm saying.
a
That's
person.
a perfect example. When you order a chicken bacon ranch quesadilla, even when you're dining in at Chili's, you get a small little black cup of ranch.
Exactly.
He essentially did order a bowl of ranch, and they brought it to him.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
No, I'm completely siding with this man. It makes so much sense because again, yeah, he could go get a bottle of ranch at Wegmans, whatever. But what's he gonna do with the bottle, Matthew? What's he gonna do with the bottle? Maybe he doesn't have access to a fridge at work. He just needs enough for his salad to get through another day. Just get me through one fucking day, ranch salad. That's all I'm asking you. That's all I'm living day to day on these ranch salads.
And I like a lot of dressing on my salad. This was 2-3 salads worth of dressing.
Oh yeah, I mean if they brought in a bowl.
Yeah. Shout out to Wally. He'll hear this too. He's a listener of the show.
Well, Wally, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah.
And
that was my listen. I got my conspiracy text conversation out of the way. The ranch dressing story was off the hip. Didn't even have that one planned as I walked in here.
you're telling me you didn't come in with, you were like, wow, you just
Popped into
dug
my
that
head.
golden nugget
Popped
out of
into my-
nowhere.
Popped into my head.
Holy smokes, man.
I mean, yeah. There's just imagine sitting in a Chili's.
I heard the story.
In a fairly foreign. You're
I
not
heard what
listening
you
to
just
me.
said.
In like a fairly foreign location, and you see somebody
Yeah,
that
the
you haven't
location
seen
of the
in-
Chili's was like a big part of your
Because
beginning of your story.
It's somebody that was from like where we grew up.
yeah.
And we're just not. And just seeing somebody you haven't seen in a very long time,
yeah.
and they walk in and sit down to you next to you at a Chili's, and you're thinking like, you know what? And they just order out of no. He didn't. That's the thing. We had 4 to 5 minutes of discourse previous to him ordering the cup of ranch, the bowl of ranch. So I was not anticipating. I thought like, yeah, I'll take a beer and whatever, a triple dipper, some Southwest egg rolls. Nope, just a cup of ranch.
That's on you for assuming. And the Chili's is the one place I would expect anybody from the past to show up. Chili's, if I was at a Chili's and my 5th grade teacher walked in, I'd be like, damn, I did this to myself. Like a teacher that I didn't want to talk to, I'd be like, fuck. I did this to myself.
I think I sent you the picture, but remember for a while, the Agent Peter Burke's wife was all over Chili's because they were doing like a retro Rita.
Cool.
She's from Saved by the something?
Saved by the Bell, yeah. She played Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah.
Big heartthrob back in the day.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they call lady, like, you know how they call, who else was on that show? The other guy. Mario Lopez played Slater.
A heartthrob?
He was a heartthrob, right? Like, you hear that when
lady,
you hear,
lady
like,
heartthrob?
like a lady heartthrob. What's a lady heartthrob?
Lady heartthrob. Don't.
I'm not going to say anything. I think it's just heartthrob.
Yeah, I was fine with that.
But there was never a term for that. Like Mario Lopez would be on the cover of magazines being like Hollywood heartthrob Mario Lopez, but then it'd be like, I mean, what do you call them?
Heartthrobs.
Right. But why has nobody ever done that before?
I'm sure they have.
No, you don't see a woman on a magazine and it says heartthrob. You just don't.
Because those magazines are designed for women.
But what about, like,
Sports Illustrated?
not the swimsuit stuff?
No, that's what I'm saying. So, like, what Forbes?
Right.
Like, what other? These are all the Wall Street
That's
Journal.
interesting.
You think the Journal's gonna say?
Well, I'm gonna say this: in the like 90s, there were a bunch of like teen and girl magazines, like not even like 17, but there was like Tiger Beat. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
So Tiger Beat was a magazine, and like a young DiCaprio would be on the cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and it was for like
Don't know who that
younger. He's the middle son on Home Improvement.
Man,
He's the voice of Simba as a child in The Lion King.
also still have nothing.
He is in a movie called I'll Be Home for Christmas, where he tries to get home for Christmas. It's really good. It's not really good, but I think it's an underrated Christmas movie. But before I get too deep into the plot of I'll Be Home for Christmas, because I will and I want to, but I'm restraining myself as
Because
a
we got to do
favor to
Who
you.
of the Week.
We have to do it right now?
Yeah,
Do you
pretty
have
much.
to go? I thought you had more time.
Yeah, I got a little time, but this is gonna be a long Who of the
This
Week.
Let me say, okay, let's do the who would win, and then hopefully we'll have more time to talk after.
Wait, no, you do what you're gonna do.
I don't remember what my fucking point was.
We were talking about. Heartthrob magazines. Exactly. Thank God we got off.
This
that.
is actually a terrible. You start with Epstein, and now we're talking about Tiger Beat. This is really bad.
Yeah.
This is not right.
And you're daydreaming over there.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to sit comfortably because my neck hurts.
You got a neck singe?
Dude,
I've been dealing with. I've had so many neck singes lately.
All right.
Cinch.
We
I got a cinched neck.
could do the who would win.
Neck.
The who would win of the week this week is 100 tiny Owen Wilsons versus one regular-sized Vince Vaughn.
Very tiny Owen Wilson.
Very tiny.
Tiny like him and what
Night
I
at
say?
the Museum.
Him and Night at the Museum. Like little
Like three
army men size.
Army men size. Yeah, so that's like an
Owen
inch
Wilson.
tall.
Inch and a half.
Inch and a half. Yeah, we'll give him an inch and a half.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing.
100 of them.
100?
How many is that? What's 100 inches? I'll do a calculator right now.
Dog, what's 100 inches?
In like feet. I need to look up the.
60 inches is 5 feet. So it's just
Oh
it's
my
8
God.
feet,
Okay, so hang on now.
right?
I'm gonna do the calculations and I'll look up how tall Vince Vaughn is, because Vince Vaughn is a tall drink of water. He's a tall drink of
It's 8
pomade.
feet. Am I right? Just
I don't
over
know,
8
dude.
feet.
I'm looking up the Vince
because
Vaughn
then
thing.
3 times 12 is 36.
Don't do my math for
yeah,
me.
so you're at 96. There you
Don't
go.
do my math
so
for
it's
me.
it's 8 feet 4 inches. I just did.
Well,
it for
that
you.
remains to be seen.
No, that's factual.
No, well, we're gonna wait and see on that. You know what? I did that classic thing that I used to do. I typed in Vince Vaughn and said, Vince Vaughn's actually only 6'5". I thought he was taller than that.
That's a big dude. That's tall.
I know it's tall, but I thought he was like 6'7". But I guess that's like the smallest NBA player, so that's on me. Don't. If you're pulling out the calculator right now, I'm gonna be furious at you.
I'm not. I already
Okay,
did the
good.
math.
Because I'm pulling up my calculator and I need to know.
I've already figured it out.
1.5 times 100 divided by 12. What did you say it was?
8 feet 4 inches. What is it?
12 feet 5 inches. 12 and a half feet.
5 feet is 60 inches.
Oh, fuck, I'm a moron. Hang on.
Add 3 more feet to that, you're at 96 inches. That makes 8 feet. And then you're 4 inches off of 100.
Look,
What's
I'm
8
not a
times
math guy.
Andy, do this. What's 8 times 12? It's 96.
I'll take your word for it.
96 is 4 less than 100. So you got 8 feet,
What's 9
4
times 12?
inches. 108. You know how to do this. When you're multiplying something by 12, it's plus 1 minus 1.
Plus 1 minus 1?
That's not true.
Oh, it's a plus 1 minus 1.
That's not
It's
true.
a plus 1 minus 1.
That's not true. But
That's
it
like
gets like
nines.
that.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. So it's what, 8.5 feet?
8 feet 4 inches.
Okay, so 8 feet 4 inches. So that's pretty tall. But the thing is, even if they all stacked on top of each other, they'd be so. I mean, that's so. That's not.
You're one swipe
it's
away.
not sustainable.
So
yeah.
here's what they would have to do. I've thought about this. It's like it's kind of like, so they'd all have to swarm his feet, knowing that some of them would get stomped out.
A lot of them, I think. I think you'd lose a lot. 'Cause I honestly
But you have
think
to be a little bit
100
spread out. You have to be a little spread out. Oh, 100.
Well, you get them on all sides, but I
100,
really.
It's only taken up like this.
Yeah, I
much
really
space.
think 100 small Owen Wilsons is less than you think.
But here's what I'm saying. If
Saying
you're a
for the
little bit
listeners'
spread
benefit,
out,
for my own
if
too.
you're a little bit spread out so that 1 foot stomp isn't crushing all of you, when you're going to lose a few good soldiers.
It's a Normandy
when that
Beach
foot
situation.
comes down.
Yeah.
But then the goal is to get as many people on the feet and climbing up the legs
Yeah.
as possible, because then you're an ants in the pants type scenario.
Yeah.
And if you're a little Owen Wilson, like you're picking at, on your way up, you're picking at leg hairs, and then you're getting, like, to me, the biggest part of this fight is going to be the grundle.
Yeah.
Can Vince Vaughn protect his grundle?
I just don't see it happening. The thing is, if you're 100 tiny Owen Wilsons
Because then
and
you
you're
get up
that
on the
desperate,
face and you're clawing at eyes.
That's what I
you're
mean.
climbing in his hoop.
if you're
Like you're doing, they're not fighting clean.
if you are 100 tiny Owen Wilsons and you're that desperate, you do, I think, in the pre-battle plan, realize that your best shot at winning is for some of you to go into Vince Vaughn's butt.
Yeah.
And that is a difficult burden to bear for 100.
And then the rest of them, then you start going at the face.
Yeah.
You start climbing in the ears, stabbing at the eyes, in the nose.
So they're crawling up. But how quick would they actually be able to make it up the legs? Because if they have to start on the ground and build up the legs,
They can
obviously
move pretty quick.
Vaughn. But once they start to crawl, and Vince Vaughn 6'5", long legs, so it's a bit of a climb to get
But
to
the
the
legs are
butthole even.
but the legs are the safest spot because you get up inside the jeans. So you're
Is
not
it a safer
exposed.
spot or is it a trap? Because once Vince Vaughn has stomped you guys, then he's wiping his legs. He's wiping his legs.
But that's not effective. Imagine if you had think of it like this: and ants are smaller than Owen Wilson's.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had 100 ants crawling up your legs. You wouldn't be able to get them all out with one clean sweep.
No, that's true. But I
they're
think
squeezing
it's
in
because
between
they're
cracks
smaller.
and stuff. No, I think this is still going to work primarily the same.
Here's a question. This is going to factor in to my idea of what you're saying here. What do you think Vince Vaughn's leg hair situation is?
Oh, he's got hairy legs.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So that's going to help the fellas
Yeah.
stay aloft.
And so here's the other thing too: is once, let's say I'm going to put this number out there. You might disagree. I think 80%, so 80 Owen Wilsons are making it onto Vince Vaughn's body. I think 20% are
80?
getting taken out by the smush. You got to be spread. So with those numbers in mind, because I'm trying to think of it. Okay, so if you're Vince Vaughn, the stomp, only gets so far. Then what's your next point of attack? To me, it's maybe knowing Vince Vaughn from a character perspective, I think he stopped, dropping, and rolling, and I think that's a big mistake. Because then you took your horizontal advantage out of it,
Right.
and now you're just a little vertical molehill for these 100 Owen Wilsons. And Owen Wilson is inherently scrappy.
And he's no fool. So I think there's even a situation, honestly, where the 100 Owen Wilsons go in planning to bring Vince Vaughn down, and Empire Strikes Back, tie his legs up and he trips. So then you're absolutely right. So then once Vince Vaughn's height advantage is down,
I didn't think
what
about
other
that.
advantage does he really have against 100 Owen Wilsons?
Vince
Tiny
Vaughn's
ones.
Vince Vaughn, yeah, he's a
I mean, if you're talking scrappy, you got to give that credit to him as well.
yeah. And listen, I'm saying this. There's two films specifically in my mind for both of these guys. It's Wedding Crashers and it's
The Internship.
yes. How'd you know that?
Because I know everything, Matthew. I'm a genius.
So those are the two movies that I'm considering these, their personalities, in this fight. 100 mini Owen Wilsons. So here's my as much as it may be uncomfortable, how much damage can the Owen Wilsons really cause before? Because ultimately Vince Vaughn will be able to, like, if they weren't going for kill shots, Vince Vaughn would ultimately be able to eventually get rid of all 100 Owen Wilsons. The question is, can the Owen Wilsons inflict enough damage on Vince Vaughn before Vince Vaughn can remove all the Owen Wilsons? And that's what I struggle with, because, like, here's the other thing I would do. Like, for a little self-sacrifice, like, I almost think you have to go, you belly flop. You belly flop it. Like, if you're Vince Vaughn, just straight on the ground. Just flop. Just fall. Flop. And then maybe do your roll. Because that thud is going to shake a lot of, even mini Owen Wilsons that are like ingrained in hair, whether it be body or head hair, are going to get shaken loose by the the force of that thud.
No, dude, to your point about the Owens having to sacrifice a few of them early on to the stomp, Vince Vaughn, I think, would have to sacrifice a little bit of his well-being in order to get the Owens kind of right where he wants them.
Well, that's what I mean, and I don't even know if it's so much well-being. I think it's more so discomfort. Because, again, what kind of damage are they truly inflicting? That's.
I mean, biting and stuff. Like, they could really take out a lot of them.
Little.
Yeah, but it's a human strength bite of that size. Like, it's gonna tear your ass up.
It's like a
bee. Worse. It's gonna be worse than that.
No, you ever been bit by a bumble?
I've never really been bumble bit, but the Wilson, like the pressure of the human bite scaled down to small, it's gonna be worse than.
Dude, you gotta get bit by a bumble. It hurts.
I'm not getting bumble bit anytime soon.
It's gonna be a painful bug bite, is what it is. But again, in a situation of survival, like, you can deal with.
I think it's worse. They're breaking skin.
Bro, dog.
Yes, they are.
So are bug bites, dude. Even a sting. A sting's breaking skin.
But I'm saying like a big.
Their mouths are little,
be like
though.
a mosquito bite. Yeah, I know, but
I know it's not going to be a mosquito bite. It's going to be like a painful bug bite.
But I'm saying it's not going to be like a bump. When you look after it, I'd say it's going to be like a cut, like a gash.
Yeah, mini little. Yeah, no, but it's still little. But that's technically what that
I guess
is
so,
too.
but I'm saying like they're going deeper, I guess, than a sting or something like that.
How though? Their teeth aren't.
I'm just saying. I don't know about deeper, but I'm saying like if you get stung by a bee, obviously you have the stinger penetrating the skin, but.
If you get bit by a bug,
but you get like a welt, right? It's like a bump.
But
it's not like
the reason you get
bleeding,
the welt,
and you're going to bleed from
sometimes.
the Wilson bites. But I'm saying
because the reason is because the stinger puts the poison in there. That's what the welt is from.
Right.
But if you take you got to get bit by. You have to get bit by a bumble to understand what's happening here.
No. I'm not getting bumble.
You gotta get bit by a bee.
I'm not getting bit by a bumble.
I think it would be the
bee.
same as getting bit by a bee. And
I think you'd
I'm not
a lot
saying
more.
it's gonna
be worse.
I think it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be uncomfortably painful, and there will be blood. But an Owen Wilson bite isn't gonna cause you to bleed out.
About 100 of them?
No, still not causing you to bleed out. I'm taking Vince Vaughn in this fight.
I am as well. I am actually as well. Yeah. So, like, talking through it, I think that the Owen Wilsons are not going to stop, but I do think that Vince Vaughn's size is really going to. I mean, they're because the Owen Wilsons, they're not armed with anything but their teeth, their nails, and gumption, and
their good looks and blonde hair and their southern draw.
Even if they get into the butthole, like there's stomach acids and things.
Yeah, no, you're
going to take
die
them out.
There.
Like, yeah, they can't survive, I think, long enough to take out Vince Vaughn before he takes all of them out.
Yeah, I'm taking.
And I think
Vince
he
Vaughn.
might even leave one alive. Like tell your
shit it out a few days later.
No, I'm saying like tell the
rest.
What happened
Yeah,
here.
tell the rest
of the tiny Owen
Wilsons
Wilsons that they should not try this again.
I'm taking Vince Vaughn.
I'm taking Vince Vaughn as well.
Lock that in and vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Regular sized Vince Vaughn versus 100 tiny Owen Wilsons.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I would have liked to see maybe we should have made it 1,000 tiny Owen Wilsons.
Oh
that
my
seems
God.
like too many, though.
Well, we could have found a good middle ground, but 100
Yeah.
is such a wonderful number. I think
Yeah.
it was a solid spot for this fight.
All right, as we wrap up, Andy, what's your closing remarks?
My closing remarks, it's tough to decide on what my closing remarks ought to be, to tell you the truth here. I feel like I can't. You know when you get something in your head and it's like, fuck, I can't really think of anything else until I talk about this?
That's how I feel about Jeff Bezos every single day.
I watched this movie called
Honey, I
Rental
Shrunk the
Family.
Kids.
I watched this movie called Honey, Shrunk the Kids. And I
Rental
thought about,
Family.
Honey, what if I did shrink the kids?
Yeah.
But I watched this movie called Rental Family with Brendan Fraser, and it's this guy. He's an American actor who works in Japan, and he gets hired by this company whose business is they get hired by people to pretend to be other people. Like, there's one guy that Brendan Fraser gets hired by who is just like a shut-in like video game guy, and like he just needs like a friend to play video games with. So Brendan Fraser's job is to go over and pretend like they've been friends for years. And in the movie, this woman hires him to pretend to be her daughter's biological dad. And that's like the crux of the movie. It's crazy. But this is a real thing that you can do in Japan. Like this is a business that exists. Yeah, you can hire people. You can hire actors to like pretend to be your family and stuff like that. So I just saw this thing today also where there are bars in Japan that you can go to. They're made specifically for people who are thinking about like quitting their jobs, and you go in and you can drink for free, and all the bartenders are like career counselors.
Huh.
And I'm just saying, I don't know. It's just I think it's a cool way to think about that stuff.
You know how
It's
I was
different.
talking about my quest to be a sketch comedy writer?
Yeah.
There's such a good sketch in the idea of like doing auditions for people to come work for you when that's your
Write it
company.
up, man. Write it
And
up.
you just have like I don't know. This was my original vision, was just like some super Italian guy from like New Jersey, and they're like, yeah, so in this monologue, you're gonna be somebody who is being hired to go be friends with a guy who wants somebody to play video games with. Okay. Hey, let's play some video games. And then it goes again.
Boy,
I'm your biological father. I don't do a good Italian, but that would be the whole
that's
thing.
the problem.
And it would be
that's the
funny,
problem,
dude.
Matthew.
That would be so funny.
I'll tell you what. I would hire a black dad. I would hire a black guy to be my dad just so he could, son. Like a Danny Glover, I would hire a Danny
Glover. It would be
Glover.
more funny to do it only be your dad in public. Like, hey, this is my dad.
Well, dude, I actually
People would be like,
I told some
like you're
people,
a no, this is my biological father.
yeah, it's my biological father,
Yeah.
and pay the guy to be like, don't tell him. Like that's part of his character.
Yeah.
Like, do not tell him. Just pull like each of your friends or coworkers aside, like individually, and be like, I have to tell someone I am not his dad, and he has no idea. Do not tell him this secret.
It'll crush him. It'll destroy him.
It'll
It's
destroy
like
him.
Barney Stinson.
Yeah. Basically like that. I would love to have. Listen, if you're an actor, I would love to hire you as my black dad, please. I'm putting that out there. Casting call to Danny Glover types. That'd be great.
And if you're an Italian from New Jersey, we'd like to interview you to be Andy's black dad.
Hey,
I'm Andy's black dad.
Oh, I'm your black dad.
I'm Andy's black dad.
Oh, I'm your black dad. Whoa. What are you using? Canned sauce? I'm Andrew's black dad. Hey.
And you said it wasn't.
I'm Andrew's black dad. I eat my pizza with the marinara because I'm your black dad.
And you said it wasn't funny. That's fucking funny.
But that's not what you did.
That's what I was.
What I did was I
said I was
going to
write it.
It was funny.
I said I was going to write it.
Yeah. So
and
go
I need
ahead.
people to act it.
Yeah.
I wrote it. You acted.
You didn't write it because
I just did.
No, I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
Roll back the tape. Roll back the tape. Roll back the tapes. Oh, hey, Oh, what's with this mozzarella? I need a little prosciutto for this mozzarella. Oh, I'm your black dad. Oh, Tony Soprano. I'm your black dad, Tony
Episode
Soprano.
title, Andy's black dad.
Andy's black dad.
Andy,
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. And I love our black father as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. What do I usually say?
Thanks, folks.
Thanks, folks. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.